What are we live now? Okay, shit, we're live on a Thursday. Hey, what's up? I'm your hostess, your host, Sleepy J from my undisclosed location in the 978. Holla. So we're after a 2-day hiatus. We're back to doing some more Ardennes 44 because Germans are off to a decent start. One bad thing that I do have to fix that happened to them, one of their units took a big step loss. Um, it's not the end of the world, but it would have been a lot better if it didn't happen. So I do have a couple of viewers letting me know when I screw up and giving other helpful information. So let's go ahead and fix what's wrong here. So I'm looking up at this bar up here, trying to find out where the hell the night markers are for the Germans. Like, where are they? And turns out I'm looking at them right down here. I didn't even see it, dude. Right above Aredennes 44, I did not even see that the night markers were right there. So first things first, let's go ahead and take two markers and put them on where they were supposed to be. Hold on. What did I do? I did something I wasn't happy with. Yeah, let's take two of these off and put them where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be with Skorzeny and this other unit. So this is the first of two things I need to fix. And I wrote this down. Skorzeny, this pile right here gets a night marker, and also on hex number 1129, 26, 27, 28, 29. So underneath, really, is it really them guys right there? 11, 29, 26, 27, 28, 29. All right, fair enough. That's where it is. And what I'll do is I'll put the artillery guy underneath. Okay, so those are your night units. And I got one other thing to fix. Yeah, what other thing do I have to fix? I have to fix, there was an attack up here. This is kind of, you and a viewer hit me to this. These three guys, okay, were right here, and they attacked Murrigan, had like a 2 unit. I think it was an exchange. And the 2 unit got destroyed. And what I did was I moved him over, and he took the hit. And the viewer rightly told me that when you have an armored shift and you have an exchange, okay, the unit that provided the armored shift has to take the hit. Oh boy, that I don't like that. But let's make him. We're going to put him back to what he was. Let's flip him. If I can gain step, there it is. All right, and he's going to take the hit. The 747. I don't like it, but it is what should have happened. He goes from a massive 747 to a 327. That's not good, but it's the right thing to do. Okay, so the German turn is completed, and or is it completed? I hope we completed. Did we do no, they don't do traffic markers. They don't do traffic markers. So we're going to go to December 16th PM turn allies. Let me go ahead and get the game over. Get the box and the access to the rules. All right. Hold on. And like I said, I've been playing this. I'm playing this as second edition. There are a few changes, but I'm just so used to second edition at this point. That's all I've been playing, so that's what we're going with. There are some significant changes, but I'm going to go with second edition. So let's go to let me get back into the screen. I want to go to what are we doing here? Nope, not this. Wait, I'm going to turn record track and just flip this over to, yeah, the Allied December 16th turn. So let's go ahead and make that happen. This will be very brief, and then also in this video I want to get in the night turn for December 16th. Yeah, definitely want to get that in as well. So here we go. Let's go to the allied turn here. All right, so it begins with the artillery supply phase. I don't think we used any artillery in that turn for the allies. They had a couple of them available, but the battles weren't within the distance allotment for them to take part. And they do have some reinforcements right there. So what do we got? Fuel, artillery supply phase. I think every artillery is fully activated for the Allies. Fuel shortage, that's a German thing. Bridge phase, there's no blowing bridges for the first. On turns 1 and 2. Okay, so except for the Oran Bridge, which did get blown. So we don't have that. Movement phase. Okay, so we go right to movement phase, and I always forget this, but I'm not forgetting it now. Hit the move marker. Okay, and we're in business. And let's see if we have. What did I just do? Yeah. Okay. So let's get right into the movement phase for the Allies. I always start from left to right. They got a problem because the Germans are right at their blocking position right here, and that's not good. So what they're going to do here is they're actually going to bring these two guys in, these two reinforcements at that position. And let me just take the disrupted. I want to see, so he's a 1. I want to make sure there's no stacking issue problems. Yeah, we're actually going to bring the tank in here. Bang, right there. And the artillery guy is going to come up from right here. So these guys were eligible for A and B to come in either A or B. Is that correct? No, the artillery had to come in from B. And the tank armored unit had to come in from A or B. Okay, that's fantastic. We put the disrupted back, but it's actually not on this guy. It's on him. And okay, so let's do this. So this guy right here, he can move, but he would only be tactical, but he's in fact going to hold that position. This guy right here definitely wants to move. But okay, so he can move out here. So that's 1 + 1 for leaving a Zoc. 2 and 3. Is that what he really wants to do? Let's see. Let me see if there's was he on a village? No. He's going to go ahead and stack with this guy. So that was, all right, so let's do that. He was right here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 of extended, and he doesn't finish up in a allied German zone of control, so that's totally legit. Okay, so these guys right here, engaged. Huh. Why are we at... Oh, this is where I piled up my 2 engaged markers, and I never got rid of them. Remove. Okay, good. All this time I thought I had a unit there. So we've got 2 American units here. One is disrupted, and they're going to bug out right here. The one that's disrupted is going to go... That's 2. That's 3 to right there, and he had 6. And then this guy... What he's going to do is go 1, 2, 3 to right there. Okay, so they're giving up a little bit of ground because the Americans know that in their back pocket they got a tidal wave of reinforcements. Maybe not so much at the beginning, but they'll be coming. Okay, so getting back to this and moving ahead of moving north. Am I moving north or am I moving west? Actually, a little bit of both. All right, so we'd like to have some sort of presence up here. I think the guy in Dykirch is going to give it up and move to Edelbrook. So he's going to tactical move out. 1, 2 to right there. We do need a presence in this area right here. And I have nothing available. They've all been killed off. That's not good. But the first order of business is this damn blocking position needs to be protected, and this one as well. I'd like to have guys up here by Merch, Cruton, but I just don't have them. So we're done with 7th, the Americans that are opposing 7th Army. Primarily, what are these guys? We have a couple of armored units, but mostly 4th. All right, let's move on. So we get up here where Lairs moved out of their staging areas. They're gonna be a problem. Okay, so this guy can be activated. This comes off, remove, and what to do? What to do? Because notice in an incredible movement, and just Second Panzer division just had like 3 breakthrough combats, and look at their position, dude. They're already moving on Bastogne. So it looks like, wow, it's like, should these guys move out? It looks like at least this guy, maybe this 1, 2, 3. I think they should both take off, to be honest with you. I think they should both take off. So what we're going to do right here is, let's move him. Now remember, he has extended movement, so that could give him up to 2 extra movement points. So that's 2 to go there, 1 to move out of a zone, 3, and obviously he can't go there to get out of zone of get in their zone of control. He's just going to go here for 2. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5. This character as well, they got to give up ground. They got to get out of here. Wow. What to do here? What to do here? He is simply going to go right here. I guess he'll go through the wooded rough. I guess he'll do that. They have to move back because the Germans are totally outflanked them with 2nd Panzer. All right, moving right along. The Americans don't have that. But by the way, let's take a quick look at the American dead pile. The Germans they actually have this 1 unit, but the Americans, all these little bullshit units are dead. So the Germans have been knocking them off at a pretty good clip. All right, moving back over here. What to do? We've got to get something to Bastogne. What do we have? We've got to put something in front of 2nd Panzer. This is crazy. This is crazy. This guy right here, he is a recon, and he gets a +2 to be on this brown shaded road, primary. I think it's primary. He's gonna have to move. He's gonna have to kick it. But what is? Okay, so this is what he's gonna do. 1, 2, leaving the zone. 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's all he can do. Here, because this is 2 right here. That's all he can do. This guy, it's a bum rush, man. They're trying to get out of here. Remove. Okay, this is a nice armored unit right here. 9th Armored. Should he go ahead and attack this guy's 2nd Panzer, or should he just take a different tact and follow up to get back? I think he should just get back. So that's what he's going to do. So 3, 4, 5, 6. To get on regular wooded for he's not a vehicle, mech infantry. He's not vehicle, non-mechanized. It would be a 3 points. He could go 3, 4, 5, 6. He could go that route. 1, 2, 5, 6, or he could follow the 327. I think what we're going to do is we're going to stay wide so we don't get surrounded and killed. Let's do that. I could go after this dude, but I don't want to do it. Half, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Interesting. Okay, moving on to this guy. Now, you know we have to get our artillery the hell out of danger. This guy's going to back up, which he's going to flip him. Flip, gives him 5 movement points. 1, 2, 3. He's going to kick it to Vilsong until they get this line stabilized. These 2 units have tactical movement. Let's move him out first. He's going to use extended movement. So that is 2, 3, 4, 5 to Biho. That's not bad. These other guys can go tactical movement. Yeah. So 1, 2, he'll just go right here. He'll just go right here. Okay, they're trying to throw up some sort of defense. They're trying to get a line, a continuous line. They don't have it, but that's what they're trying to do. All right, so this guy's at St. Vith, but this 443 has to get between 1/16th, this armored column, and St. Vith. He has to get, but he's got a terrain problem. So he's going to take the 2 extra extended points to do that, but he doesn't want to get in his zone of control. So the best that he can do is, God, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the best that he can do, given the zone of controls in the terrain. Let's go over that again. 2. Actually, that's not correct. That's 3. That's 3, actually. 4, 5. That's the best he can do. I got to get this guy out of here. He's going to get destroyed. Let's do this. This guy's our little ace in the hole right here. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's move him back. He's just going to move back 1. He's going to move back 1 hex so he can still offer support. This is a dangerous game I'm playing right here. I'm going to move him back to right there. This guy's going to go to extended movement, which gives him 3 plus 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves into St. Vith. And then also we're going to bring this character up to also lend a hand. He's got 3, but he could do extended movement. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll get into this village right here. So this is what we've put around St. Vith, and we do have artillery support from that guy. I chose not to move him, give him 5 movement points. So let's go ahead and keep going. We're moving over to the right here. The stakes get higher and higher. Let's start with this guy right here. So this is what we have. We've got Piper's crew is bearing down. Now keep in mind, you have to keep this in mind. They get a night turn, which I don't think they're going to be able to do too much because there's only 2 night units. However, in the first night turn, everything that says Piper on it gets to move. So the Allies, that is to say the Americans, have to be cognizant of the potential of the Germans to blow shit open. They've got to be wary of what the potential is here, and they have some things that some units they can move in here. Let's do this. Let's start with this guy. He can go tactical. So what I'm going to do with him, since I have units over here, on this end right here. I'm gonna move him tactical right here 1. Okay, just to get there. Now let's start peeling off these labels. See what we have. We do have some nice decent units. Remove. Why do I have 2 there? Remove. That said like only 2 hexes. I have to. Oh shit. Let me actually put these back on. Okay. All right. Shit. What am I doing? Yeah, he's supposed to. I undid that, and then this tactical. Hold on. Let me get this shit back to where I was. This guy moved right here. Okay. Let's take these labels off. May not move on turn 1. Okay, we know that. Remove. May not move on turn 1. Remove. Okay, now this one may not move on. Now these guys. These 2 guys can only go 2 hexes on turn 2. That was the important thing. Okay, these 2 guys, I think they're 2nd Infantry Division, can only go 2 hexes. Got to keep that in mind. Remove. Yeah, 2nd Infantry Division. Okay, they can only go 2. I gotta be aware of that. Let's take all these off. These might be artillery. Okay, American artillery is gonna win the day, or is it? Okay, so let's move these other guys. See what we have. So we obviously have to get in Bulligan. I think I want to keep the 623 right here. That's a damn good spot for him to be in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move him here, and I'm going to move him. Remember, when you're on the woods, it's no armor shift for the Germans. That's good to keep in mind. I'm going to move this guy 1, 2, damn. I'm going to keep him right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back these units up. They're in danger of getting surrounded, so they're all going to move up. He's 99th. He's going to move right here, obviously. That's pretty good. We're going to take their improved positions off. Not trying to get encircled. So he's actually, he can move, he can do tactical. Tactical's not bad. 1, 2. This one as well. 1, 2, and this guy will go tactical. 1, 2. All right, so we're building up now. These are the 2 guys that can only move 2 hexes. Let's just move them. Gonna move that guy just 1 hex at this point. We'll move him 1 hex as well. These characters now, these artillery guys, crucial. I want to move them 1 hex so they can possibly provide support. 1 hex for him, 1 hex for him. Maybe not this guy, but maybe this guy on 1935 can provide some sort of support. Maybe, possibly. Let's take this off, and then we have a big armored unit here. Remove. Okay, now this guy, obviously, he's a player. He can go 6 movement points. Yeah. What I'm going to do with him, since we have all sorts of, on this side of this reservoir right here, we have a nice, pretty decent contingent of forces. I'm going to move him 2 hexes, actually 3 hexes. I don't want him to get encircled. Maybe 2 hexes might be the most you want to do. Let's go 1, 2. I don't want to take him here and get encircled. I'm gonna go between these two forest hexes and just go right there. So that's what we're gonna face. I think I'm done for the turn for the Allies. for all their units. I don't think there's anything else I missed. These guys are the 106. Let's take their labels off. What can they do? Well, they're in improved positions. Remove. So they're in improved positions. Yeah, what can they do? They're totally Zoc bonded out of supply. They're gonna have to stay here. I think I'm gonna move this guy up. Actually, I'm not gonna move him up. They're gonna be sitting pretty right there. Let's again, let's move back over here. We've done what we had to do. Second Panzer is like totally bum rushing towards Bastogne. I have nothing to put there. There's nothing I can get there. We've moved guys back, trying to set up some sort of line, but they're just so ahead of the game. From 3 breakthrough combats in a row, I've never seen that before, and that's what we have. So let's go to let's finish it out. Rally phase. We got a rally phase. Obviously, the Americans aren't going to attack. This right here, this rally comes off. This disrupted right here. Remove. Because this guy's adjacent to a German, he has to roll. So I have to find the damn thing for it. Hold up. It is. Let's roll for rally. Player card 2. Rally. Where are you? Damn. Recovery. Is that it? Recovery. 18-6. Yeah, I believe that's it. So, what kind of unit is this? It's just a normal unit, and if you're adjacent to a German, you have to roll. I believe this is it, recovery table. So let's go ahead and throw a die roll up. I need a 1 or 2 to rally. Where's the die? Here we go. It's a 1. They actually do rally. Well, good for them. All right, so that comes disrupted, comes off. That is like a damn good thing, because here's the reason that's good. And I'm not 1,000% sure if that disrupted thing stayed in that hex, then the whole hex takes a -1 on any subsequent attack. So pretty good that they were able to get rid of that. This one comes off automatically. Moving right along. What do we have? We're looking, Americans are looking around. Got a couple over here. Come off automatically. Nice. Nice. Remove. Good. Beautiful. This one comes off as well. Remove. Beautiful. Oh, wait a minute. You put them down as broken. What are you doing? Hold on. Let's do this right. Hit the remove button. There you go. Okay, anybody else? Okay, so that was a very successful rally for the Americans. Very nice. Very nice. So their guys are fresh, except for like 1 artillery unit that he had to move out, so we had to flip them. All right, let's take a second to see if anybody's watching. Wow, 3 people apparently. All right, let's keep going. So, moving down the sequence of play, the combat phase, remove all engaged markers. Okay, do we have any engaged markers? I don't believe we do. The Americans aren't going to do any combat. Traffic marker phase, yeah, baby. So let's go do this. So the Americans should have 2 that they need to put on. Let's grab them. Let's take them, just put them on the board. Let's see, where's a damn good place? Remember, you can't be adjacent to other ones. And right here is somewhere we want to go. Bam, right there. And then number 5. Let's move it over here. Let's go to 7th, where the 7th Army is. I'm not really caring about that. I'm going to put one right there. That ought to gum them up a little bit. Now we roll 2 dice. I love this mechanic. 1 and 4 come off. Okay, you got to find them. Here's 4. Return to holding box, and we got to find 1. Maybe they're back here behind enemy lines. Indeed, it is. That's a good one to come off for the Germans right there. That's a damn good one to come off, actually. Okay, so now we officially go into night turn. But wait a minute, I may not be done. Turn record. Let me just kick this over tonight. So it's Conqueror Piper. I'll go ahead and read that at 27.5. We're going to trap them our supply and surrender phase. We have to do that for the 106th. They are surrounded. We've got to roll for surrender phase for these three guys right here, and it's a group roll. Let's bring up the cards. Surrender phase. Surrender table 23.7. So what we have, let's go ahead and roll. Now this is one roll for all three of them because they're all grouped together. One die. So they roll a 5, which is, yeah, they pick up 1. They pick up 1. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Hell if I know. I got a all combat markers have been removed. I'm looking for the surrender thing that I can just throw on. Surrender. Yeah. I don't know where it is. Surrender. Shit. I don't know where that is. I can write it down for now that those guys have a surrender mark, a 1. I think once they get to 3, they're all dead. But I can't find the mark, and I'm not going to let this shit hold me up. So let me write this down because I won't be playing the next turn of this until like Monday. I got to go to work for 3 days. Okay, so I'm going to say mark all that off. 106 is at 1 surrender. Okay, and I'm sure the guy that always comments is going to tell me where I can find that marker. So, because I won't be playing this again till Monday. Okay, victory check. No, allies, you're not close to a victory yet. Wait a minute. Hold on. I almost closed everything out. Okay, now we go to the night turn. Okay, we go to the night turn. And actually, the allies are first on night turn. All right, so let me go ahead and bring this up. Night turns and replacements. So we know the allies are first. Blah blah blah. Player. Okay, the allied night turn replacement. Do they get anything? Let's go to the turn track record. The allies do not get anything. They don't get any replacements with which come on night turns. They can move, but what? Okay. So when you have a night turn, what you have to do is set aside a unit in the PM turn. Okay, now I, as the Germans, did set aside 2 hexes worth of units to do that. I didn't set aside any allies. That actually may have been a good idea to get guys towards Bastogne, but the fact of the matter is I did move them a whole bunch. That is to say, the 327 cab, I moved them a big 7 points. And they were right here. Yeah, I'm actually going to leave them where they are. Let's just say in the initial confusion, the allies didn't have their shit together on night turns. I probably would have moved him and him, and they could have moved 1 extra movement point. So in effect, when you set somebody aside in the PM turn as a night turn, you can move them 1 movement point. So what I can do right here is, let's just, if he was right here, I would have moved him 1 movement point, which would have been like here and here. Okay, so that's, and now let's move them 7 to make up for that. So it's a little bit of a difference. It'd be like half, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5. Oh shit. Actually, let's take it back. We would have took a different route. So here's the 1 point for, actually we'll just take it right here. There's your 1. Now 7 for your regular, and that would have been 1, 2. So it'd be a big difference actually. 3, 4, 5. He would have got to Houffalize and just stopped. Now this guy right here, I'm not sure where the hell he was. Huh. Let me find out. Let me go to the let's see where he was. We'll do the same thing with him. Does it have a lineup or where they go? Example of play. One moment. Where these guys were allied at start, and he was 9th Armored CCR. Yee boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's find him. I want 9th Armored CCR would have been. It actually doesn't tell me where he is. What the hell? Ninth Armored CCR. Come on, dude. Are you seriously telling me you don't? Oh, that's actually so. What corps is he? I don't even know. I don't even know. So I'm gonna leave him where he was. I think he was like a 2718. I want to say 2718. Can I find this quickly? $27.18. No, I cannot find it quickly. 5 corps. 27.18. Okay. All right, he's going to stay where he is. He'll stay where he is. So that's the end of that, and now we are going to move on to, we're going to move on to night movement, and the first night movement is pretty special because everything that says Piper on it gets to move. But we're going to check this out, and I'm going to be very thorough with this. Night turns. Let's look into this. And then what happens is you follow it up with the December 17th AM German turn, so they got to blow shit open right here. Night turn, breakdown, 27.3. So special units right here. Conf Group Piper. All right. The 4 units of Conf Group Piper may move and fight in the first night turn of the game, even if they move their full movement allowance in the PM turn. No shit. In addition, they may use any German unit they are stacked with to assist them in that night combat. They're not commandeered for movement, just to fight. So everything, and it's 4 units that are labeled Conf Group Piper. So let's go ahead and move them. This is where the Germans got to blow them away. So what do we have? We have here, here, and here. Those 3. And isn't there another one? What's underneath it? Okay, so there's 2 on this hex right here. Here, these 2. So these 4 units are able to move in the night turn and do damage. Now, let's look at this. Conf Group Piper, what do you want to do? Yeah, so you're going to run into a zone of control here, here, and here. You're going to run into zone and controls. What I'd like to do is, it's basically, it's coming at me as to what side of this little reservoir do you want to be on? What side? What side you want to go? And I am inclined to move away from the American armor. That is to say, south of that reservoir. I want to move away from this American armor right now, at least for this night turn and the subsequent 17 AM turn. That's just me. The problem with that is, well, you have 2 nice units. You have this unit here on Eisenborn. You have him, and then you have this 966 right here. So I want to move away from the American artillery. So let's do this. How do we want to play this? Remember, this guy right here you cannot put a armored shift on him because he's in woods. So let's blow this guy away. But it would be really cool if I blew this 326 away after he had to move. That way I got a straight shot up that highway. So can we get rid of the 436 and then subsequently attack the 326 and then you're off and running? It's possible. How do you want to do that? Because this guy's a 4 and I don't believe... Is he going to get 1 for being in woods? Does he get 1? If he's in woods, vehicles, units, attack vector have that they cannot enter. Okay. He gets a +1. Yeah. Vehicle units can never get more than a +1. Okay. So how do you want to handle him? You can't put an armor shift on his ass. And all these guys are first SS, but the 556 cannot move because he's not labeled Piper. It's just these 4. Shit. So he's going to be a 5. I'd like to get him out of the way without doing damage to myself. So if he's a 5, what can I put on him? I can't put any artillery on him. I don't have any within range. Shit. So if I put these 3 together, these 2 3s and this 5, that's 11. Actually, it's not 11, and here's the reason why. You can't get 11 because if you don't have a road into this spot right here, you're going to be halved, and that's not going to get it done. So, having said that, I think that it may be prudent just to blow that 326 away. Because I can't get firepower on this 436. The 2 roads, he's here. This I'm going to be in a zone of control where it says Bulligan. I think it's just blow the 326 away. And then you can blow the 436 away in the 17 a.m. turn and then just bum rush up that road with all your guys behind you. Let's do that. So let's do that. So what we're going to do is he's going to move here. These 2 are going to move 1, 2. They all move here. And then this unit right here is going to backtrack. We're not going to go through the traffic at Hansfield or whatever, Hansfeld. We can simply go this route. 1, 1.5. So let's blow this guy away, clear him out, move up, and then 17 a.m. turn, vaporize this 436, and then we're off and running. Now we also have these other guys that are labeled night turn. We just want them to follow up behind. They're not going to be a factor in any attacks. So take this off. These 2 guys are 6 movement points. So let me put them here. This is 1 movement point. Okay, that's 1 movement point. 1.5 plus 4 is 5.5, 6. That gets them right there. Okay. Wait a minute, but hold on. Did I move some unit out of the way here? No, that's legit. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. That's going to be 1, 1.5 plus 4 is 5.5, 6. That's as far as you could have really legitimately went. A return to holding box. Now this guy, this is Scorzeni, and this other dude, I don't care about him so much as I just want Scorzeni to move. So Scorzeni is going to go 1, 1.5, 2 plus 4 is 6. It's pretty much all you could have done with them. Return to holding box. So we have, in effect, on this night turn, we have one attack only, and he is not within range of allied artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 1 hex away. I am not in. Am I within German artillery? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 1 hex away. So you see the thing, German artillery has got to get a move on, but we should have enough forces to blow this guy away. So what's underneath him? Let's take a quick look. So he's in a village, but a vehicle unit can only get a +1 to their DRM. So his defense is a 2 + 1, which is a 3, and he's going to be attacked by all these Piper units right here. So which is basically 11 + 7 is 18. 18, 3 goes into 18, 6 to 1, and yes, we could use an armored ship, but wait a minute, I think I am going to do an armored shift. I think I am going to do it. I was not going to do it, but in hindsight, I think I will, because where the hell is the damn combat chart I'm looking for? Yeah, right here. Because I want to get this to 7 to 1. I want to get this to 7-1. Let's look at it again. We know he's a 3. These guys are an 18. That's 6 to 1. If I use an armor, I don't have any artillery. If I push this to 7, it is. If I push this to armored shift, it is a 7 to 1, which we will do. And I do have to mention that in this situation, something that's pretty big, you need to designate which unit is providing the armored ship, and that is going to be this 327. And that's a very important distinction. Here's the reason why. Because if this 327 takes a hit, okay, by the way, he's a 4 where the defender's a 3, so he can do that. This is very important. If he takes a hit, he can be built up again. These King Tiger units, they take a hit, they can never be built up, all right? Those Tiger 2 King Tigers. So very important. This 327 is providing the armored ship. So this is 7 to 1. 1, 2, 3 keeps it rolling. Nothing really bad here. I mean, if I roll a 6 and it's DR2, that's underwhelming, but everything else, 1, 2, 3 would be best. We keep fighting, but it's not like you can get a firefighter in exchange here, where you could have got a firefight if you're at 6 to 1. So again, the 327 provides the armored shift. Here's your roll. The lower, the better. Yeah, roll a 1. So it's a DS, which in 2nd edition is D1, same shit. The bonus advance, they can do a breakthrough attack. So let's do it. So what that means is this guy, well, hold on, let me put it back on. The DS means defender shattered. He's going to lose 1 step. And is this guy a 2-stepper? That's what we need to know here. Hold on. Is he a 2-stepper? No, he isn't. He's not a 2-stepper because it would say lose step. So excellent, excellent. So he's demolished. Combat eliminated. So what you have now, this is what you have. You have, it's a bonus advance. Let's forget about this 436 right here. Let's forget about him. If on the bonus advance, these armored units can go 2 + 1. That is to say, they can move the 2 hexes, but if all those hexes that they move are on a road, they can take the 3rd hex. But they can't do it in this situation because they're going to move right into a zone of control, this 436. But we don't give a shit about that. We can do a bonus attack. And guess who's going to get attacked? So what we have here is we're gonna put as many guys into here as possible, and that's basically shit. I really don't want to roll. I really don't want to attack with this tiger. But wait a minute. We know this guy's going to be a 5. We know he's going to be a 5, and I can bring these two up. So that would be a 3 and a 5 is an 8, plus a 7 would be 15. That would be 15 to 5, 3 to 1, and because he's in forest, I can't do an armored shift. Damn, that sucks. I can't. And what's on 3 to 1? A lot of bad things, man. A lot of bad things. In exchange, that unit gets knocked down. He could never be built up again. A firefight +1 or an engagement. There's 2 firefights here. 3 to 1 is not good. So if he's a 5, can I at least get a 10? So what we're gonna do? We're gonna save our friggin' King Tigers for like when we absolutely need them. But what if these guys move up? He's a 5. Can I get a 2 to 1? Yeah, if these guys all move up, he's gonna have an 11. That's a 2 to 1. Ugh. Wow. Would you want to do a 2 to 1? So you could do a 2 to 1, which, that's just bad news. A 2 to 1, or you can do a 3 to 1. But if you get an exchange, if you roll a 4, you're gonna take a hit on that King Tiger. Where you could never. I tell you what. Let's go for the 3 to 1. Let's go for the 3 to 1. So basically, what happens? We can't get everybody in there. So we're gonna move him in here. This is from their bonus advance. He's going to go here. He's going to form up. So they've created a stack to attack this 4-3-6 right here. So and then we will do his initial advance after combat after this is resolved here. So they were moving up the road, but they run into a zone of control right there, and they decided that they're going to battle this guy. So he's a 4 + 1 in the woods, makes him a 5. And these guys are an 8 + 7 is 15, 3 to 1. And damn it, we can't apply any artillery, and we can't apply an armored shift, and that's really bugging me out. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna attack on 3 to 1, which you really don't want here. The damn thing that you do not want here is you do not want a 4. Actually, you could get a 4 because yeah. Here's the reason why. Here's why you're not gonna take a hit to that tiger, because the tiger is on the hook if he applied an armored shift, but he's unable to do that. So he's not really going to take the hit. So it's a 3 to 1 attack. Here we go. I was flashing for a while. Here's a 3 to 1 attack. You want to roll 1. Here it is. Oh, they roll a 6 on 3 to 1. Oh, all right. So it's an engaged. Yeah, that sucks. Combat engaged. All right, so the Germans don't lose anybody. The Americans locked in place for now. And what you're going to have, so on the 17th, now he can do his initial advance after combat, which what I guess he's going to do is he can't move in here because of stacking considerations. Shit. He can actually move. This unit right here can actually go with the way the advance after combat is. If he is already in his zone of control, which he is, he can move out of it. He can go zoc to zoc and then move out, and he stops right there. So that's a legit advance after combat. Again, these guys moved into a zone of control on their first hex. He's in the same unit's zone of control. He can move that and then move out of it and stop because he's entered the 663. So that's what you have right there. Bad roll, 6 on a 3-1, but it's the night turn, and as you can see, these two units use their night turn to just move up, and they're going to be rolling next turn. This guy is a thorn in our side. He's a problem. So that is it for the night turn. If they could have blew him away, they would have been off and running on the 17 a.m. turn. Are you kidding me? Because even when the Germans move here, it's zone of control. They got to stop. Depending on if they fight him again and what happens, what they get. If he has to, if they fight him again and he has to retreat, let's see if he's a two-stepper. I think this guy might be a two-stepper. He is a two-stepper, so a determined defense could be in the cards for them. Let's see what happens, because the Germans are obviously going to move up, but then they're going to have to fight him, and we'll see what happens. Okay, that's the night movement. We are done with this. I'm going to move this up to hold up. We're going to move. Damn, turn record. We're going to move. So when we reconvene, it's going to be December 17th a.m. turn for the Germans. And this battle right here, this unit taken and engaged, that was huge. Because you're looking at a much different turn if this guy is forced to retreat on that night attack. Because these guys are off and running, and then these guys are right up behind him next turn. That's amazing. All right, so that's going to be it for this. I have no idea how long this video was. How long were we on here? Oh, 5 people. Oh, we're coming up on an hour. Any constructive criticism? I have one guy who's been Unachimba 9. He's been keeping me honest, finding minor things, but he's been keeping me honest, like on a couple of things a couple of minor things, but yeah, Germans making good progress right here. Let me look. Let's just go over it for like another minute and see what they've done. So again, they're putting pressure on this area right here where the reinforcements are coming in. The Germans get in there, and it just screws up American reinforcements in that sector. I have to reread it because I've never really entirely grasped how bad it is for the Americans if the Germans get into this hex right here. So the Americans got to do everything they can to keep them from getting in. And then 7th Army's doing pretty good, but the Americans now have artillery right there. They can bum rush this over to Mersch. There's no American presence right there. The Americans moved back to Edelbrook. They're off and running, and then these guys moved out because they had to, because 2nd Panzer is just this ungodly advance in the PM turn. It was just crazy. And then look, you've got all of Leer moving out of their staging areas. They're just going to get involved. And then 1/16th, not the greatest advance right here. If the Oran Bridge did not blow, that would be a big help to them. But look, the Americans backed off from the Ore River. They moved into St. Vith, and you can see what they're trying to do, block these areas. They've got artillery, and this artillery moved back to Ville-Somme, and so you're going to see these guys come across the Ore River. The 106th is hating life right now. They're completely locked down, and then we just saw what's going on with Piper. So it would have been stupendous if this unit would have had to retreat. You just saw what happened. They're doing pretty well right now, but starting in the 17th, a flood of American reinforcements are going to start coming in. You're going to see these guys start heading off in a south. What did that be? A south from right to left. They're going to start pinching in this way towards this area, and they're going to start trying to fill in this area back here. And start next turn, you're going to start to see American artillery with these two guys become a huge factor. And the Germans, listen, they got to get their prime movers and get their artillery to the front. And also, one thing that we talked about last turn is how 12th SS started way back down here behind these artillery units, and how it was part of my strategy to swing them around the bottom and then come up and just come up through following Piper's 1st SS. So you see 12th SS, they're going to come into the breach next turn. This shit right here with this -4 movement points is a problem, but oddly enough, those disappear when St. Vith is taken. That yellow one right there and this yellow one up here, when St. Vith is taken, the 4 points, the deal is over with. And that's pretty much, so the 1/16th has got to capture St. Vith. So that's going to be a battle. And then you also have to be cognizant of these army lines, 5th and 6th Panzer right here. They cannot go past these until, I think it's the 18th or some shit. They can't go past these lines unless they go above them, because they only go so far up here. So you see, like 12th SS, they can't go past it. They can't meander into that area. They have to stay on the right side. They have to stay in their army's operating area for now. Okay, I think it ends in like the 18th, and then as soon as the 19th, you have fuel issues. So I'm actually excited for this to see what happens. And this big attack on the 17 a.m. right here to see what happens. And but anyways, the Germans are gonna be coming like gangbusters. The Americans they do have some units over here in this operating in this area. Bang, bang, boom. They've got some units to make things happen, plus lots of artillery coming online. So unfortunately, I gotta go work for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 12 hours a day. So you're probably not going to see anything happen here to Monday. Anyway, so we had 5 people watching. Solid. I'm John. I'm going to see you guys. By the way, this actually, for some reason on the playback, it doesn't look that clear. But I mean, on this initial podcast, it doesn't look that clear. But if you watch this on your phone and maximize it, you can turn your phone this sideways, it actually looks somewhat clear. But anyways, I'm out of here. I haven't figured out how I can get that to be good on StreamYard, but it's a problem for another day. Anyways, I'm John. I'm out. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.